Alright everybody, welcome back to another Dead by Daylight video. So, a fellow content creator of mine, Das Food, made a video today talking about boons and why Behavior hasn't really made any new ones or introduced any new ones in a while. He touched on Scourge hooks a little bit, but I wanted to go a little bit more in depth, and I think I pretty much had the same conclusion he did, but I still want to put my 2 cents into it. So, Scourge hooks are a strange thing because we got our first one with Gift of Pain from Pinhead. Then we got Pain Res. Then we got Floods of Rage. Then we got a few perks that were added as Scourge hooks, like Monster Shrine and Hangman's Trick. And then we got nothing. The last thing we got was the update to Hangman's Trick, like a year and a half ago, I think it was now. And we have not seen or even really felt an impact in Scourge hooks at all, and I don't know why. I'm really curious to Behavior's reasoning, because when the teamwork perks were brought up in the AMA, all they were able to mention was the fact that they didn't think it fit the survivors or the killers as far as the perks went thematically, which I think is kind of a lazy reason, if I'm being honest. I get what they're saying, but I mean, by that logic, all of Chucky's perks should have been Hex perks, except maybe one, but he got only the one. Licensed killers are a little different, honestly, but yeah, I just refuse to believe that's the only reason. If I'm being honest, I think the reason we haven't seen the Scourge hook since basically Onryo is I think Behavior's scared to add them in the game because of how powerful Pain Res was for the longest time. Which I think is a little ridiculous because they've nerfed it to a point where it is still good, but it's not like it used to be. But I don't think they just don't want to deal with the headache. It's the same thing with boons. I just think they don't want to deal with making it too strong or too weak. Because I think that's the problem with boons in particular. And we're going to go on a tangent for boons real quick. Circle of Healing was really the only boon that anyone cared about on both sides. Exponential has its uses, don't get me wrong, but no one was out there raving about it being super powerful. It was mostly just Circle of Healing. And I think the problem is there's no way to make boons so good that people bring them all the time without making them overpowered, or so bad that people just don't want to waste the time to set them up. There's a lot of setup that goes into it. Scourge hooks are different though, because other than the RNG, there's not really much stopping anyone from wanting to bring them. Honestly, I think all the Scourge hooks are in an okay spot right now. Floods of Rage and hell, even Monster Shrine's not the best perk. It's really not that good of a perk. You probably shouldn't use it. But, I mean, it turns all the basement hooks into Scourge hooks, which is cool. And, I mean, I don't even know what Hangman Tricks does, if I'm being honest with you anymore. I haven't really used it, so... But, I mean, combine it with Agitation or Iron Grasp or whatever, just so you can get to the hooks almost guaranteed, and they're not bad at all. And I don't think any of them are too powerful. I think Pain Res definitely outshines the other two, but nothing amazing to the point where I think it's overpowered. I don't think anyone was super complaining about Scourge hooks themselves. It was mostly just Pain Res. And I think that's the lesson Behavior needs to learn, is that just make a good perk. Don't make a perk that's too good or too weak. It wasn't the fact that there were Scourge hooks. Because even with the Sabotage change, Saboteur got the change where you can now see the aura of Scourge hooks, which is a great change in my opinion. And a perk I really think survivors should run more often if you don't like Pain Res. It's a great counter. Trust me. You'll get some rage from it. Trust me. But I would love to see more Scourge hooks introduced into the game. I thought it was a nice little change of pace for killers. It made the act of hooking survivors less mindless. Which, don't get me wrong, there's still some thought that goes into it even when it is a little mindless. But, I had to think, can I make it to that hook? Do I risk making it to that hook? What if someone comes and body blocks me? Is it worth it for the Pain Res right now, or do I wait? There's a lot of things like that. Do I hook them on that middle one or the one to the right? These questions come up with normal hooks, but even more so with Scourge hooks. And I would love to see them add more, and I don't know why we haven't seen any. Like I said, the boons kind of make sense. I understand why they're a little scared of those. The Scourge hooks just don't make much sense to me. None of them became so overpowered, other than select instances of Pain Res, and I think that might be why, but I really don't think that's a good reason. Rather than completely nuking them from orbit, just, I don't know, make better perks that are healthier for the game. Yeah, big ask sometimes, I know. But let me know what you guys think, if y'all think that's the main reason, because I really do think it is. I think that behavior just doesn't want to add it in because they're too scared of making another super powerful meta perk. I think a lot of things that have happened with the meta over the past couple years have really made behavior scared of adding certain perks. But we'll see how things go. Who knows? Maybe we'll see a change in the next few months. I mean, we've got a lot of changes coming. They did tease the Hillbilly change today. I say tease. They just showed an image of Hillbilly. It's more than we've gotten, so whatever. Anyways, I love you guys. Like and sub and all that stuff. Twitch is down below, and so is my Twitter, and so is my Discord, and all that stuff. And I got to tell you about this at the end of the video. And I'll do the same dumb joke I always do. I'm sorry I have to say it, but that's what I have to do. Anyways, I love you guys, and yeah, bye.